Okay, welcome to today's Here to Help webinar. My name is Amber Briggle. I'm the owner, founder, and CEO of Soma Massage Therapy. I'm very excited for our guest today, Jackie, for joining, and more people may hop on later. But I am starting this series of webinars. Soma Massage had very humble beginnings when I first moved to town in 2009, just working by myself out of a spare bedroom of my house. And then started doing complimentary chair massages at the Denton Community Market, um, just to build an email list of clients that I could eventually start marketing to. And we've now grown over the years to having 2 locations. I've got nearly 30 employees, 25 of whom are massage therapists. We gross over $1 million a year, and we're working on franchising. And so I really wanted to put together this series of webinars to help inspire other solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, people who maybe have been in business for a couple of years, maybe people who are thinking about getting into business for themselves. Regardless of whether or not you want to become a Soma Massage Therapy franchisee, I'm just here to help. I would love to just share some of my business insights and wisdom that I've gained over the last 20 or so years being a massage therapist and the last 13 or so years being a small business owner to help you glow up your business too. Feel free to jump in with questions, but we are going to have time at the end for more questions as well. So today we're going to talk about defining your difference. What's a differential advantage and how can you leverage that to have a competitive edge over your competition? So how do I advance? How do I advance? Hold on. I'm working on this. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to talk about today is what is a differential advantage? Why is it important? How does it benefit your business? Why do you care to have a differential advantage? Why do you need to define that? I'm going to show 10 examples that Soma Massage Therapy is using. These are unique to my business, and what I'm offering may not fit with your business. You might be in a totally different type of industry. But just hopefully to kind of spark some ideas that you can then incorporate into your own business to leverage your differential advantage to glow up as well. How can you leverage your differences to benefit your business? And then we'll save time at the end for questions. So that is our overview for today. Oh, bear with me 1 second. I'm still learning how to do slides because this is only my second webinar. Okay, we're working on it. Okay, so what is the definition of a differential advantage? Basically, it's the competitive edge that a company has over its rivals. Put simply, it's what makes you special and what makes you stand out in your industry. It can be broken down in a couple of ways. The simplest way to look at it would be product, cost, and marketing. There may be some overlap with each of these, as you'll see when we get to our examples. But the first with product, it's having a unique or superior product compared to your competitors. This could be achieved through innovation, quality control, branding. Basically, you want to offer something different that other people don't have, right? Cost, that's the second one, being able to produce and sell products at a lower cost than your competitors while maintaining the same level of quality. That said, having a lower price point may not be to your benefit. If you have a luxury product or you have high-end clients or you have really a high-end service or whatever it is, then having that lower cost may not work to your advantage, but still, nevertheless, cost is something to consider and how can you leverage that? And then lastly, marketing. So positioning your brand as distinct from other brands in the market. What makes you different and how do you leverage that using different marketing strategies? That's going to be actually the topic of our next Here to Help webinar. So how do you leverage your differential advantage so that you can market that? And we're really going to be talking on how to do that on a shoestring budget, because I know a lot of y'all are kind of starting out. And even myself as a bigger small business in town, we obviously still have a limited marketing budget as well. So we'll talk about that in our next Here to Help webinar, which will be the first Friday in June. Okay, so why is defining your difference important and how does it benefit your business? Number one, going to save you time and money, right? If you know how you're different, you're going to know how you can drill down to really market to your specific demographics and your target market. We talked about your target market and your target demographics in the previous webinar. So by talking about drilling down into your differential advantage, that's going to help kind of build off of the last webinar. If you know what makes you different, you know how to target your people more effectively, which is going to save you time and money. Secondly, obviously it sets you apart from your competition. So it's going to bring new clients and customers to your business, which is obviously going to help help you earn more profit, which is, we didn't all get into business for making money. We got into business because we had a passion and we wanted to help people, but still we have mortgages to pay, right? So you want to make sure that your profit margins are healthy. And by being able to set yourself apart from competition, you may be able to kind of take people, from the competitors and adopt them into your business. And then obviously brand success. So the more customer loyalty you build, the more revenue you can build, the more client retention you can build is going to really solidify your brand now and in the future. So this is why this is important. So we're going to talk about the 10 ways that Soma Massage is defining our difference. There's a lot of competition out there. Nevertheless, we have clients that come from, Flower Mound and Highland Village, which is saturated with massage therapy studios. We have people that drive as far away as like Ardmore, Oklahoma. There's really no massage between us and the casino, right? Unless you have like independent therapists. So we have people that still come from a distance who will drive past those independent therapists to come see us, right? So what is it that brings people from hours away to our studio, seeing over 1,000 people in a month? What is it that makes us really stand out? And what's given us this strength that we can now begin franchising across the country and help other small business owners and entrepreneurs achieve success as well. So these are some of the things we're going to talk about in more depth. First, obviously you want to have top quality products and services, right? So that is absolutely what you're going to get at Soma Massage Therapy. We have over 1,100 5-star reviews. We've won Best of Denton every year since we've opened in 2013, which is amazing. Last year, we were awarded the top award by the Denton Chamber of Commerce, as you can see there with our award there, Small Business of the Year. We were awarded that by the Denton Chamber of Commerce, which is amazing. That doesn't happen by having one or two decent therapists. That happens by having a consistent team of quality professional therapists who know what they're doing, treat you well, customize your appointment every single time, combined with my exceptional front desk team who really bend over backwards to make sure that our days stay booked, our therapists stay busy, and our clients stay happy. So that also, lastly, also as a small business owner, it really helps with client and employee retention, because when you demand excellence at your business, you're going to have excellent people there. You're not going to have flakes who just kind of go with the wind. So it's having a quality product and service is number one. Secondly, speaking of my front desk team, providing exceptional customer service is also critical. So according to Zendesk, 61% of customers would defect to a competitor's product or business after just one bad experience with your company. After just one experience, 61% of people leave. If you really want to differentiate your brand by providing first-class customer service, it really needs to be a priority for the whole business, not just for you as the business owner, not just for your front desk team, but literally everyone who comes to your business, who works with you, needs to be on board with this. And that really means you have to allocate budget for your support team rather than, just kind of racing to the bottom to see who can save the most money. So really invest in your customer service. So the way that we do that at Soma, we provide a personal touch when you call, text, or email. Like a lot of things can be, AI is all the rage right now, right? Everyone wants to AI everything and have robots do their job. We're in a really unique industry in that what we do is literally physical human touch, right? You don't want to outsource robots for that. Like you don't want to outsource that and have robots do your work. Now we have automatic, appointment reminders, right? So there are some things that we can automate. but we don't really have a chat function on our website. We don't have a push one to get to this desk. Like you call, you're in pain, you're stressed out, you want to talk to someone, right? So we don't AI our customer service. And also when a client has a negative experience here at Soma, we really, really work hard to remedy that in any way that we can. Sometimes it's just as simple as offering a complimentary upgrade at their next appointment. Hey, I'm sorry about the traffic noise outside. Obviously, that's not how we do things. Please come back and see us again. And when you do, we'll offer you, complimentary cupping or hot stones, whatever it is. Sometimes it's such a bad fit for whatever reason. Like it was like oil and water for whatever reason. We'll offer a complimentary session to that client because we know that we've got quality therapists, and sometimes it was just a bad fit for whatever reason, right? So we do everything that we can to make sure that we are going above and beyond to keep our clients happy, and that's one of the reasons why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Standing out with a unique visual identity. So think about where you're going to be seen. I don't have a product on the shelf, but some of you may, right? So how can your product differentiate itself from the other products next to it in aisle 3, right? For us, we have to think about, when people see our logo is typically probably on a banner at an event that we've sponsored. Or a t-shirt, right? So we want it to be recognizable from a distance. When you're running a 5K, you can see, oh, Soma's on the back of that shirt. That's a great idea. I'm going to book a massage because my feet are killing me after this 5K, right? So where are you going to be seen? Also, one of the biggest way that we're seen is we have a hard corner on a busy street. And so we have these big glass windows. We've got a vibrant blue wall. We have an illuminated sign. So when you're driving past us at 40 miles an hour, it's recognizable. And then when you walk in, it's a whole experience when you walk in, right? Like our furniture matches, and this wall, it's like the first thing you see is this beautiful, vibrant, relaxing blue wall. We've got a fountain going in the corner. We've got, some cool music going. And so it's a whole experience, and it really immerses you. That's how our visual identity is experienced. But think about how will you be seen, and how can you set yourself apart and be noticed above all the other businesses or all the other competitors on the shelf or on your street, whatever it is. Also, I do highly recommend investing in having a professional company design your logo. They're so much better at it than you are. I mean, unless you're a graphic designer, maybe that's your thing, but like, don't spend your time. You have so many beautiful creative ideas that it doesn't have to go into your logo. Hire that out and make something really, really impactful. I also hired an interior designer because I knew kind of generally what I wanted, but I really wanted it to pop. And I really spent a lot of time and money working with our interior designer to make sure that our space really resonated with the message that I was trying to send out. So, okay. Share your customers' values. I'm thinking of like Ben and Jerry's, Penzies, right? Like they really are very out there, not out there. Really, it's very clear where their values are, and they really make that known with their customers. And they've generated a really, really loyal customer base. 71% of people think it's important for businesses to take a stance on social issues. That's not to say that you have to be political, but people do value. They want to know that the money that they're spending is going to a business that also aligns with their values. So really be value focused in everything that you do. These are the values that we hold at Soma. Is first off, people over profits. Again, profits are critical. You want to keep your business functioning. You want to be able to pay your mortgage. You need to be able to make a profit, right? But if you're constantly chasing the money, then you're not valuing the people that build the business. And then they're going to feel exploited, used, undervalued, and they're going to go elsewhere, right? And then you're going to be constantly trying to generate new employees or new clients. In my business, if a therapist leaves, many times the client will stay with us, but sometimes they'll try and find that therapist somewhere else, right? So then I'm losing clients. In addition, when you value your people over your profits, when you care for your people, first and foremost, you care for the people that care for your business, then your business will be self-sustaining, right? That is a core value that we have at Soma, and we make that very obvious in everything that we do. We also deeply value inclusion and diversity. You can see right here, there's a poster hanging up in our lobby. Is one of the first things that we see that clients will see when they walk in. We have it on our t-shirts. We have it everywhere that we possibly can. We really, really value inclusion and diversity. And also we invest hard in our community. We do a lot of charitable giving into organizations and nonprofits that align with our values, and we make that very obvious. So sharing your customers' values. Supporting a charity or cause. Speaking of charitable contributions, right? So 75% of people are likely to going to shop at a business that supports causes that they agree with. And this was an interesting statistic that I found. Only 44% is still a lot, but it's not a majority. 44% say price is among the most important attributes of a company compared to environmentally friendly practices, social responsibility, and giving back to the local community. Those are all higher importance for consumers than strictly the price, right? So keep that in mind. At Soma, some of the things that we do, like we go hard for our public schools. We go hard for our public schools. If you're a PTA member and you are trying to figure out something to do for like teacher appreciation at the end of the school year, come talk to us. We love investing in our public schools. Here's a picture of me. Soma had donated a scholarship to LULAC. That dinner was just a couple nights ago. This contribution was able to create $1,000 scholarship for a local Hispanic student in our school system. We also recently donated $250 to the Denton County Lost Team, which is a suicide prevention and support organization. We posted that on our social media and it generated more donations to this organization, right? We collect menstrual products on a regular basis for Interfaith Ministries. We have our Massage for a Cause program, which you can find on our website. So we are constantly investing in our community, constantly supporting charities and causes, and really making sure that we amplify that, not only because we want our clients to know that their money is going to good use, but we also want to inspire this for other businesses to consider, chipping in and helping out too. Create something new. That might be a little bit hard in massage, right? It's physical touch, right? But what we've done is years ago, when I was working as an independent therapist myself, I created a six-pack. I didn't do a monthly membership. It didn't work for my clients. It didn't work for me. We did a six-pack. I'm not saying I'm the one who invented a six-pack, but I wasn't really aware of anyone else back then doing it. So I was maybe one of the first. I'm seeing more of this now, which is cool. I'm happy that other people have adopted this innovation. We also do appointment only. A lot of, larger massage studios like our size would, just do a walk-in and appointment only. A walk-in or appointment. We do appointment only, so we know what our schedule is going to look like. There's no membership required. That's another innovation that we've created here at Soma. Not everyone wants to invest every single month in a massage, but they still want massage to be accessible and affordable. So no membership required. We've got a no tipping policy. That is like revolutionary in this industry. That is something new that definitely makes us stand out. I hear all the time from people, oh, I love your no tipping policy. It takes away the stress. I know exactly what to expect. That is fantastic. And we do full 60-minute hours here at Soma Massage. We don't do 50 or 55 minutes and we just, roll you out the door and bring the next person in. We really take our time with you. So those are some of the things that we're doing differently. Maybe not necessarily, yeah, I'm gonna say it's new. Some of these things are pretty new. I haven't really seen other massage places do, a lot of massage places do this. Rethink your pricing strategy. So I talked about, our no tipping policy, our no membership model, our six-pack, stuff like that. But think about your pricing strategy. So if you're in an industry where you do really just kind of have like these one-off purchases, you might want to switch to a subscription model. Like I'm thinking like the Dollar Shave Club, like is something where it's like people shave and then they like throw it away, but they have like this subscription where you can like add a discount. You're getting, more products sent to you every month, right? Maybe you might want to think about switching from a one-off purchase to a subscription model. But if you're in an industry like mine, where a lot of places already have this membership and subscription model, maybe it's already saturated with that, you might want to stand out by taking the opposite approach, right? So there's pros and cons of this membership model. Think about what kind of fits your business. And again, we talked about our no tipping structure. We also have upgrades that we offer, so we have kind of our base price of our 30 60, 90-minute massages, right? But then you can add on to that if you want to add lymphatic or cupping or hot stones or Himalayan hot stones, right? So it builds in more pay for the therapist, it builds in more experience for the client, but it's also optional for the client, right? So we're not nickel and diming them everywhere. Like these are like optional add-ons they can add to enhance their experience, which benefits both the therapist and the client. So you just rethinking your pricing strategy is another way. Building your brand story and relationships. Why do people shop local? Why do they want to shop with you versus a big box store versus Amazon versus some corporate model, right? I learned this from Ben Easley at the Bearded Monk when we were all going through it during COVID. Bars were hit really hard. Obviously, massage was too. And there were these regular small business like panels, discussions, webinars that we were all just kind of like trying to get through it together. And Ben gave me such brilliant insight. He said, why do people shop local? It's because they want to support their friends. They want to have a relationship. Like it's so cool when you walk in and the manager who's your friend is like working in there at the front and like you get to have a conversation with them. Like you know them. Like you want to shop local because you want to support your friends. So on social media, in your interactions, share your successes, your personal successes and your challenges. Keep it professional, right? Don't be, trash talking your clients or, going into this, frustrating conversation you had with one of your coworkers, but you can talk about your successes and your challenges and let people know so that they can celebrate with you, they can struggle with you, they're a part of your story, right? So you can share that on social media. You can, we have a beautiful like origin story on our About Us section of our website. I've been doing a ton of podcasts, social media posts, events, these types of webinars. So building your brand story and relationships, people love to kind of hear this like plucky story of this entrepreneur who's now grossing over $1 million a year, right? Like that's a success story. People know me, they want to support me, they want to support Soma. So building relationships in your community. Becoming an expert in your industry is another way that you can set yourself apart. So I've authored several articles about massage and this industry in industry-specific publications. I'm doing a number of podcasts. I probably record 1 or 2 a week, and they're still kind of trickling through, but I'm recording a ton of podcasts, hosting webinars like what we're doing here, hosting like a coffee clutch and meetup, but some networking circles, really kind of elevating yourself to be seen as a leader and an expert in your industry. One of the things that we do at Soma is I have these self-care seminars. So I just did one recently for the Denton Public Library. It was a staff in-service day, and I went in for an hour and I just taught them, a variety of ways that they can care for themselves, self-massage, stretching, breathing exercises, meditations, whatever it is, just briefly sitting at your desk. That doesn't require a gym membership or a yoga membership, anything like that. So that's one of the things that, allows me to get out there in the community, build these relationships, set myself up as an expert in our industry. And I do want to make a note too that our franchisees do have this slide deck so that they can take these same seminars out to their community as well. And then lastly, building a consistent brand experience. So that's something that's very unique to the franchise model, right? Because we have these two studios right now. They're both corporate owned. They're not franchises, but as we add franchises to the Soma Massage Therapy family, it's going to be a consistent brand experience throughout because it's going to be hard. How do you set yourself apart from the competition if every studio, every franchise that they're going to is going to be a different taste of their coffee, a different checkout experience, a different vibe when you walk in their lobby? Like it's not going to make any sense. It's just going to be chaos, right? But if you have this like consistent unified brand experience, then your brand, all of these things that we're doing, all of these things that we just talked about, we're going to really be solidified and cemented by having that consistent brand experience from franchise to franchise to franchise. So, and that's included in our franchise system. So those are the 10 things that we're doing. I hope that some of that inspired you to think about what you can do to really set your brand apart too. Again, I'm talking specifically about massage, but regardless, Jackie, I know that you're in the wellness industry and nutrition coaching. You know, people who are watching this later, maybe you're in the service industry or retail, whatever, tech, whatever it is, hopefully something landed with you that you can think about. What am I already doing differently that I can really leverage and market? And what are some things that I could be thinking about doing differently as well? Maybe it's my pricing structure, your logo, whatever it is, right? I would be remiss if I did not mention that we are offering franchise opportunities. This is not a bait and switch. I'm glad you're here. If you're not if you're not interested in a franchise, that's okay. I'm truly just here to help. But I did want to mention, you know, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work to do this. You can absolutely do this. You are brilliant at what you do. And if it seems like it's a little bit much and you want a little more hand-holding, franchising might be a good answer for you because we give you the playbook. We give you differential advantage and we give you the ways to market that. So that might be an option for you. If you're interested in franchising with Soma, you go to mysomamassage.com/franchise. It's the tab at the top of the page. And we are, if franchising is not right for you, but you know someone for whom this might be a good opportunity, we are offering $1,000 cash or a year of free massages if you send us someone who then later becomes a Soma Massage Therapy franchisee. So wanted to mention that. So next time, we're going to be talking June 6th, 12 o'clock Central, effective marketing on a shoestring budget. So how can you take your differential advantage and really use it to your benefit without breaking the bank? How do you get your message out there to your target market to bring people to your business without spending $1,000 a month on Google Ads, right? So we'll talk about that Friday, June 6th, 12 o'clock Central. Save the date and time. This is my contact information. So shoot me a message. If you have any questions, that is my stuff. I'll leave that up on the screen for just a little while longer. And I went long. I'm sorry. I know that I say they're going to be 15 to 30 minutes, but I have so much information I want to give you guys. So thank you for sticking around. Taylor or Jackie, did you have any questions on any of this?
This is so helpful, Amber. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What a great service you're providing. It's given me a lot of things to think about.
It's Jackie.
And I'm gonna make some notes and then I might be picking your brain later.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We talk all the time. So you got my number.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to stop the recording. There we go.